Candidates, good afternoon. I hope you're all fine. This is Bond Publishers Limited. This is our YouTube channel that you just have to subscribe to and keep getting updates about our live lessons in the different subjects. You've had some English lessons by teacher Niwamanya. You've had the SST lesson, and here I am to give you the science lesson. We are going to talk about excretion as a topic in term 2 of primary 7. The topic is excretion. Excretion. Now, this sounds like a new term, but of course it is not new. We are going to know much about it. In the body, there are different processes that take place, and when they are taking place, they produce different products, some of which are useful to the body, while others are harmful in the body. These different processes are chemical, and they take place in the body cells. They take place in the body cells. Therefore, when they take place in the body cells, what happens is that the waste products that come after these processes have taken place remain in the body cells. Now the big question is, are they good for the body? Of course, the answer is no. If they are not good for the body, therefore, they have to be removed from the body, because if they are not removed, they become toxic. Even when they last long, still they become toxic and they become harmful. And therefore, that one will mean they will have a negative effect on our bodies. Therefore, the body works out a design of how it can remove such products from the body. So, the removal of those waste products from the body is what brings us to what we call excretion. How do we define excretion? We define excretion as the removal of waste products from the body. Excretion is the removal of waste products from the body. These waste products, like I've told you, come from the body cells. I told you the waste products are released after the different chemical processes that take place in the body. Let me give one example of a chemical process. In primary 6, you learned about respiration, whereby under respiration, you learned that the body uses food and then oxygen. When those two combine, they produce energy. Energy is a useful product. But what comes with the energy are water vapor and then carbon dioxide. Now, those two are not useful in the body, so they have to be removed. Now, the removal of such waste products is what we call excretion. Excretion is done by the different organs of the body. Different organs of the body. And those different organs of the body form what we call the excretory system. They form what we call the excretory system. Now, what is the excretory system? The excretory system is a group of organs in the body that are responsible for removing waste products from the body. The excretory system is a group of organs in the body that are responsible for removing waste materials. That is what we call the excretory system. And this system is made up of basically 4 organs. These are: 1, we have the skin. We have the skin. 2, we have the liver. 3, we have the lungs. And then the 4th one is what we call the kidney. Now, these 4 organs of the human body form what we call the excretory system. These organs work towards removing waste materials from the body. That's why they form this system we call the excretory system. Each of these organs has got a waste product that it removes from the body. And we are going to look at some of these. Yeah. Now, what are these waste products we are talking about? The waste products we are talking about. One of the waste products removed from the body is sweat. We all sweat, especially when it is a hot day or when the conditions are warm. We always see some water getting out of our skin. That is called sweat. Now, sweat is one of the waste products that are removed from the body. Then we have another waste product that we call urine. Urine, I hope you know this urine I'm talking about. It is another waste product that is removed from the body. Then we have another one that we call bile pigments. We shall talk about this as we move. Then we have what we call water vapor. I've talked about this. And we have carbon dioxide. These ones are the waste products that are removed from the body by these different organs. In other words, these are the waste products that are removed from the body by the excretory system, the process that we call excretion. Therefore, when I talk about excretion as the removal of waste products from the body, I mean the removal of these sweat, urine, bile pigments, carbon dioxide, and then water vapor. Specifically, these are the waste products that are removed by these different organs of the excretory system. When I talk about sweat, like I've told you, you know sweat, you see it. But then, what is this sweat? Sweat is made up of very many things. Very, very many things. Among them, we have the excess water. We take in water on a daily basis. But the body has got a certain amount of water that it requires. Now, when that water becomes too much, or when you take too much of what the body requires, the remaining water will have to be removed. So it will come as a waste product. As long as the water required in the body goes beyond, that remaining water will have to be passed out. Now, it comes out in different ways. In the first way, we have it comes out as sweat. Therefore, in sweat, one, we have excess water. Excess water. We have excess water. This one is removed from the body as sweat. Then two, another component of sweat that we have is urea. Urea is a component that is produced by the body during the metabolism of proteins. What do I mean by this? Proteins are body-building foods. When you eat these foods containing proteins, they get into the body, and after they have been digested, they are transported to different cells of the body. That process is called assimilation. You learned that in primary 5. Now, when they reach the body cells use the proteins to build themselves. That is why we are able to grow. Now, the process of using that food to build themselves, I'm talking of the cells, is what we call metabolism. Now, in this case, during the metabolism of proteins, one of the things that come out as waste products is urea. Now, when urea is released during that process, it combines with the water and then come out as sweat. Okay? That is the urea. Then the other component of sweat is lactic acid. Lactic acid. Lactic acid is an acid that is produced by the body when, not clearly, when it is, I'm talking of the body, when it is trying to produce energy, but there is a limited amount of oxygen. Now, you should remember, in primary 6, you learned about respiration. And you learned that respiration is of 2 types. One is called aerobic respiration, and the other is called anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration takes place in the presence of oxygen, and that is what results into energy. Now, we have this other type we call anaerobic. This one takes place in the absence of oxygen. How does this take place? For example, when you're having a vigorous activity, maybe you're running and you kind of use a lot of energy, there will be need for the body to produce energy. But remember, during the running, the body uses a lot of oxygen to produce that energy. In the end, you'll find that the oxygen required is more than the oxygen that is available. What will happen? The body will not stop. The process will have to continue because the body requires energy. So it will continue trying to produce energy. But remember, it is trying to produce energy in the absence of oxygen. That is already anaerobic respiration. Now, in that process, what is produced is lactic acid. Instead of energy, the body produces lactic acid. And therefore, this acid is not useful anymore. So it has to be removed from the body. So it also comes out in sweat, in that sweat that we see. Then the last component of sweat, are the excess salts. The excess salts. When you test the sweat, you realize that it is a bit salty. It comes from that salty kind of taste, comes from these salts that we usually consume. Now, when they become too much, the remaining have to be released from the body. So these ones all combine and come out once as sweat. So when I talk about sweat, in sweat we have all these. We have the excess water, we have the urea, we have the lactic acid, and then we have the excess salts. Now, these ones are all removed from the body by the skin. In other words, it is the skin that removes sweat. Now, one will ask you, which waste product is removed from the body by the skin? The skin removes sweat. Sweat is removed from the body by the skin. The other one will trick you and ask you for the body organ that removes urea or that removes lactic acid from the body. You should just know that all these are components of sweat, and therefore they are removed from the body by the skin. We have another waste product here, urine. Urine is another waste product that is removed from the body. Urine is a combination, just like we've seen sweat. Urine is a combination of a lot of things. Among them, in urine, we have the excess water, like we've seen in sweat. We have the excess water removed as urine. Urine comes out still with urea. I've talked about urea. Urine comes out with uric acid. Uric acid. Just like I told you how urea comes, even uric acid comes in that very way. Then we have still the excess solids. The only difference between the components of urine and the components of sweat are, in sweat we have lactic acid, in urine we have uric acid. The other ones are the same. That is one other thing that you should take note of. This is the acid in urine is uric acid, and then the acid in sweat is lactic acid. Take note of that. Bile pigments. No, before I go there, urine is removed from the body by the kidney. Urine is removed by the kidney. So the kidney removes urine. Remember, the skin removes sweat. The kidney removes urine. Then we have bile pigments. These are tiny components of bile that are removed from the body by the liver. We shall read there. Then carbon dioxide and water vapor are two waste products that are removed by the lungs. Lungs remove two waste products from the body. These are carbon dioxide and then water vapor. I don't want to talk about these two because at least you have learned respiration and you have information about this. Okay, so in summary, excretion is the removal of waste products from the body. Why is it important for these waste products to be removed from the body? If they are not removed, they become toxic or harmful or poisonous, which may have a negative effect on our health. So they have to be removed before they become toxic or poisonous. Which system is responsible for that? Excretory system. The excretory system is made up of organs. These are skin, liver, lungs, and the kidney. So these organs form what we call the excretory system. What does each organ remove from the body? The skin removes sweat. The liver removes bile pigments. The liver removes bile pigments. The lungs remove carbon dioxide and water vapor, whereas the kidney removes urine from the body. The removal of all that is what we call excretion. Now when I come back, we are going to look at organ by organ. We shall start with the skin. Thank you very much. Don't forget to subscribe. You go to YouTube, search for Bond Publishers, view, and then subscribe. Why should you subscribe? You are able to get notifications. Whenever they upload anything, they notify you. That's why it is important for you to subscribe. I want to thank you very much and wish you well.